Hello everybody, welcome back to my YT channel. This is again, I am a singer, Eternal Voice. So this is my second segment. Actually, this is a continuation part of my first segment a while ago, talking about 5S management, but that was only an introductory part. Now it's gonna be the content of this topic. But before anything else, I have to make coffee to activate my brain cells. Okay guys, so this is my kettle, okay? And this is my mug of coffee, and then like that. I off the AC because I feel very, very cold. Every time I do the vlogging live streaming, because this month is December, right? It's very cold. Even though, there's no AC, I can survive. Then by the time I will feel hot, then I will be able to on that AC also. But at this point in time, I don't have to on the AC because I feel very, very cold. Okay, I will just pour the hot water here in my mug that contains coffee powder. Actually, this is Ali coffee. I like Ali coffee because, the aroma is very, sweet. Okay, like that. The odor or the aroma is, the taste also sounds sweet. Okay, sounds or feel tasty and sweet. Wow, tasty. My gosh. Oh, this is it. Oh, I missed this spoon. Actually, this is a very, thick plastic spoon. Okay, like that. Okay, because if I use the metallic spoon, due to heat transfer through conduction also, if I touch the upper portion, then I will feel hot because there's a conduction, there's a heat transfer from cold to hot, okay, in the theory of science, in the heat transfer from high temperature to lower temperature, something like that. Then if I will use this plastic, because there is known to be an insulator, okay, meaning to say there's a lesser thermal conductivity compared to the metallic substance that has a higher metallic conductivity, something like that. Okay, so of course it will normally catch the electrons to flow to that particular metallic substance and go into the upper portion, and that's why I feel very, very hot on my fingers, something like that. Oh, social. Nakakalok. O, di ba? Heat transfer through conduction. Ganon. Through solid substance, through solid medium. Ganon siya. Everything you do, everything you talk, you should always link that with your profession so that it's very enjoyable, right? So, wala gid masayang imong profession because every time you talk, every time you share information in the live streaming or social media world, still your profession is there. Okay, me, chemical engineer, I can still have to discuss about science, chemistry, physics, a little bit of mathematics, something like that. And it's very, very, very fulfilling to do that. Okay? Really. Because knowledge will not stop after your graduation. You can still have a very, very huge or vast knowledge to be able to receive in the future by continuous learning process in this contemporary world. Could it be in the online world? Could it be in the day-to-day life that you encountered and you learn a lesson and a whole lot more? Okay, so we cannot really judge what are those knowledge that we're able to gain in the future, and there's a lot. Okay, so that's it. Okay, my gosh. Oh my gosh, my coffee is very hot right now. Oh my gosh. Wow. Ali coffee. Wow. This is Ali coffee I really love. I really love Ali coffee compared to the Nescafe. I don't know why. Okay, because it's really fit to my immune system for this Ali coffee. Okay, guys, and I have to write the topic now. Okay, this is, guys, this pentel pen, red pentel pen, it's not very, very clear. I don't know why. But if I use the black pentel pen, this one is very clear. And the blue also, but the red, not very that clear. I don't want to use the red pentel pen. I'll use the blue and the black pentel pen, much better for your clear visualization. Okay, visual. Okay, meaning to say sense of seeing or eyesight. Okay, something like that. So that is visual impact through the process of visualization. Wow, visualization. My gosh. Ganon. Diba? Okay. Now I have to erase this one. Okay. I still have to drink this more. I want to activate my brain cells. Oh my gosh. Congratulations to me for my anniversary. Wow, second year anniversary in working. Okay. Congratulations also to myself that I'm wearing a new polo shirt for the very, very first time in my vlogging and live streaming. O diba? There's something new here at that moment on the spot in front of you guys. Oh my gosh. Something like that. Oh, really? Yes. Guys, I tell you, I encourage you, if you love really communicating to anybody else, if you love reporting, and if you love really want to share your ideas to anybody else, it's better to create a YouTube channel so that you can express what's in your heart, what's in your mind to help other people like that. Could it be in anything, in politics, in money matters, in science, in entertainment, music, sports, then you can share that to anybody else. Just create your own YT channel. Okay, in that you will be having fun, and you can develop also your English skills or communication skills, the way how you deliver your speech to your viewers, something like that. Okay, so it's gonna be like that if you have the talent like this, if you love to communicate, if you love to talk. Okay, if you are still a student right now, if you love reporting, then you know you have nice verbal ability. What do you call this one? Verbal skills in communication, something like that. Okay, there are two types, right? The written and the verbal. There are two types of intelligence: verbal intelligence and the written intelligence. So it could be more good if it is balanced, 50-50. Good in verbal, and you're also good in written intelligence. Okay, because how can you relate your intelligence if you cannot talk well in communicating to your audience, to your viewers, right? So for me, it sounds weak. Okay, so it's gonna be like 50-50. You should balance 50% written, 50% verbal, so that the overall package will be versatile, meaning you can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that, you can do that, you can talk, you can write well, something like that, and you can have any chupa chucho you want. Okay? Okay, because I found a lot of brilliant students that cannot talk well. Okay, though they are very, very intelligent, but they cannot, they cannot convey the message, or they cannot convey very, very well what they're trying to emphasize, like that. There's a little bit of weakness in that part, the verbal intelligence. Okay, but admittedly, more of the genius people can also communicate an average level to a very good level. But what I'm trying, there's still some or few that cannot really convey well. Okay, despite of their superiority in intelligence. Some superiority meaning superior intelligence, something like that. Okay, and then the way they discuss also, they will make it shortcut because they try to equalize that the students, the audience, and the viewers have the same intelligent capacity to them. So not good. Okay, something like that. Okay, so it's gonna be, if you are a good and effective instructor, mentor, so it's gonna be on the same level. It should be an average. Okay, a little bit above average or average level of professor or mentor. Though it's also okay, but be sure that these intelligent people can share very well, can communicate very well this for their intelligence. Because sadly, I encountered that when I was in college. Very, very intelligent people, especially our instructor before, but cannot convey very well during the discussion. Some of the people will sleep in his discussion, cannot understand. That was, I think that was integral calculus. Okay, in our engineering class before. And Cebu Institute of Technology before, now Cebu Institute of Technology University. Because in our school, we are we are trained really in the superiority in mathematics. Really. Okay, our school has the tradition of excellence in mathematics. Really. Okay, so first year pa lang, tinitrain na talaga kami to endure and how to survive mathematics. And that is our strength in Cebu Institute of Technology and University. We are really, really that good in solving complex problems in regards to engineering. That's why our school is noted to be the home of top-notchers. Something like that. Because we are trained very well in mathematics. Pag punta mo lang sa first year level, grabe ang mathematics sa CIT. CIT University, mashock lang ka. Since I was not good in mathematics, you will also force yourself to be good in mathematics. And how can you do that? Of course, you need to go to the library every second, something like that, and you go to borrow books in the library, bring that in your home, and study a lot because my weakness is really mathematical ability. Okay, so there's no problem with the theory, concepts, memorization. No, I am good to that, but this area is very weak for me. Okay, mathematical ability. So I have to develop that through continuous daily ala tools, solving a lot of problems from easy to technical type of problem solving. And it became a culture because starting from first year college until fifth year college, you do that. So who will, no one can question that. You can adopt that as your culture. And if you're a really intelligent students coming from your high school, you're, for example, valedictorian, salutatorian, and consistent honor student. Though I am also an honor student when I was in high school, but what I mean, I'm not really that good in mathematics. But if you are really an intelligent student that honor top 10 in your high school and you are good in math, there is a possibility that you will become a top-notcher. Okay? Because in the board examination, a lot also of problem solving. Okay, that's my weakness. Okay, though that's still my weakness, but before taking the board examination, I still have the goal to become a top-notcher. Really, I want to become top 10 before taking my board examination. I have a very, very high aim at that time. That's why I landed to pass. Okay, because if you have only a goal to pass, then more or less you will fail. So you should have a higher aim. Okay? Ambisyoso kay ko sa una. And then being an ambisyoso, it helped a lot. Something like that. Because I'm trying hard, everything. So call me everything there. I am very nanning to my subjects. And it really paid off. I don't care what they say. Okay? Trying hard, whatever. Okay? Because it's true. I'm really trying hard to learn a lot. Something like that. Okay? And it really paid off. Okay, something in the end, at the end of the day, something like that. Okay, so it's gonna be like that class. So so that's I'm relating only for my school, CIT University. Okay, the tradition of excellence regarding mathematics. Okay, grabe jud ang mathematics sa CIT. Okay, ganon. Okay po ang science, but mathematics talaga ang grabe. Okay? Makaingon ko na the others can solve sa piyungan pa nila. Okay? But I cannot do that. Okay? Ganun siya. Especially sa BS Chemical Engineering, out of 50, only 20 will pass. Like this in in going farther to proceed for second year college, third year college, fourth year college, fifth year college. Sa first year pa lang, or sa second year na pala, they will discover, oh, it's gonna be difficult for me, and I have to shift to another discipline. From chemical to industrial. It doesn't mean that the other engineering disciplines are easy. They are just not comfortable to proceed further. Something like, because the complexity. The complexity of the subject, especially the pure sciences really. Okay, the physics and the chemistry. Okay, there's a complexity there that if you will not divulge, if you not engage of a better, proper planning on how to study very well, you cannot get. Okay, especially if you're just loving to do the barkada, tagay-tagay portion, uyab-uyab, jowa-jowa, tanaw sini, may ngana. So if you do that stuff occasionally and frequently, then if you are taking up Bachelor of Science Chemical Engineering, so you will pass also if you're really that intelligent enough. Okay, and then if you have time in the review, or if God wants you to pass, because everything will be ruled by our God. Okay, even though you will not studying a lot. But if the God, our Lord God will say, you will pass, you will pass. Really, okay? That's the plan of our Lord, our God, everything. But apart from that, okay, so if you don't have the time to pray very well, okay, because you have also time to pray, right? Just like studying. If you have time to study, you have also time to pray, right? This stuff requires time. Okay? Something like that. Especially if you have a lengthy prayer, then you have to give time for prayers, really. Just like give time for your study and give time for your work. It's equal. Something like that, okay? So if you don't have too much time in your review, in your study, then the effect will be negative in the near future. Unless the Lord God will give you that you will pass, even though you don't have enough study. Okay? But apart from that, what I mean. Okay? Something like that. Uy, nilayo na si John tungkol sa coffee. Okay? My gosh. Wow. Delicious coffee. Wow. Nakaloka. Time check is already 15 minutes and 46 seconds. Okay. In my introductory part. Actually, guys, I don't love now. No, I don't love. I don't really want to vlog related to OSH because, it took me a long years to do that. Okay? Since, 2004, 5 until now. Okay? No, it's gonna be chemical engineer related job ko, 3 years. Okay? Something like that. And then after that, nag-Taiwan pa ko. Okay, and then after that, Middle East na siya. And then shifting from chemical engineer to safety engineer. Something like that. Okay? Because honestly, at that time also, there was no hiring related to the chemical engineer profession. And I really wanted to go abroad just to, finance, okay, our status in life. We don't have that much financially. That's why I struggled and I don't have to be choosy anymore. I want to convert from chemical engineer to safety engineer because at that time, safety engineer profession is very booming, booming. There's a lot of opportunities for safety professionals. That's why I shifted. Okay, and I like that also because of the way how this profession really matters, especially during like this. You do training like that, and my talent and speaking capability will be used. And communication, my reporting skills, something like that. Chupa chucho, blah blah blah. Okay, and then also it's very good also to explore outside from the box. Okay, in a larger scale because in OSH you can go out most of the times. Okay, you can explore the beauty of the world. Okay, day-to-day life, and you can communicate to different levels of the organization, something like that, and you can encounter different types of personalities. There are arrogant people, there are good people, there are nice people, there are people that would like to put you down even though you did not do mistakes. There are also people like that. There are also people, good people, very respectful, generous people like that. Okay, so there are also people who are insecure, okay, and then try to make some bad situations and then throw that to you even though you did not do it. Okay, and then you cannot complain anymore because that's their style, something like that. So we cannot understand really what the world really is. Okay, because the world is composed of several types of people and personalities and characters, so we cannot blame that. Okay, different cultures, different tradition, different religions. Okay, so we could not please everybody to be the same in our own perspective, something like that, or in our own mentality. Okay, it's gonna be like you have to adjust also. Then you don't have to fight. Okay, oh my gosh, we don't want to gamble. We don't gamble your 1 million peso to 1 peso, something like that. Okay. So going back, I already have 18 minutes. As I told you a while ago, I'm very, very happy today because I can continue vlogging and then my revenues are rising already. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Lord God, praise God, hallelujah. Oh my gosh. Okay, now going back to the topic, I need to put this, guys. Guys, are you familiar with this? If you are familiar with the word smart, smart also is related to 5. Is actually these are all acronyms. Acronyms meaning one word, and then it will be simplified to one letter, okay, for the first letter of that word. For example, if I have intelligence, the first letter of intelligence is I, then I have to put I, something like that, okay. For example, another example to that is capital GHA, okay. GHA, J means job, Capital H means hazards and capital A means analysis. So this GHA is an acronym referring to GHA. It's gonna be like that. So this 5S also is an acronym referring to the housekeeping management, the overall housekeeping management system that is really, really essential to establish and maintain the standards of OSH in different organizations. Okay, it's gonna be like that. Oh, so it's gonna be like this. So this is 5S. Actually, there are two versions. We have the English terminologies and we have also the Japanese terminologies. Okay, the Japanese language and the English language. Because the Japanese people in the past are very particular also in housekeeping management. Okay, as we all know, Japan is one of the most progressive countries all over the world. And they are very, very equipped with new technologies right now, right? And their country also is very clean and they can easily survive after the disastrous calamities that will strike their country. There's a lot of earthquake there, whatever, and they can easily survive. Okay, and then, their lifestyle is very, very high standard because we have enough technology and new technologies as their resources to survive. Okay, if we have enough technology to survive, then it is dependent also to the financial resources, meaning we have a bigger capital financial resources. Okay, now 5S. Actually, this is not a chronological order. This is not in particular order. You can have also rambled, meaning there's no such order or sequence in telling what's the first S, what's the second S, what's the third S, what's the fourth. It's not like that. There's no particular order. It's not specific by ranking. So you can have, there's gonna be systematized, ganon. So I should put that in one. No, it's not like that. You should not do that. As long as you have this 5S, then you can apply that simultaneously in your workplace or in your home, in your schools or whatever, you can apply this 5S. 5 capital S. Or you can have also 5 small letter S. It depends on the situation. But normally, it is expressed in 5 capital S or 5S. Okay. Kung sa kong coffee, charot. I love drinking coffee. I think it's gonna be 3 times to 4 times a day. Okay. I don't know what's the symptoms for this, but I don't think so. But I really love. Okay. Anyhow, I do the exercises or whatever. So I choose the right kind of food to eat. I minimize and cut off the rice intake, so I can easily manage. Okay, for the betterment. Wow, for the betterment of my immune system, or for the welfare of my immune system. Welfare, yes, it's gonna be like that. Meaning positive and beneficial impact. That's welfare, right? It's gonna in English. Try to look back the definition of welfare. Good benefits like that are beneficial to your health. That produces positive features or positive, impact in taking those substances. That's welfare, right? Okay. So until now, guys, I'm still loving doing the reading of some terminologies in the dictionary, in the online dictionary, because I really love to do that. It's not limited because you are an engineer, you don't have to do that. The more you need that, especially technical terminologies, as an engineer, you have to use that. Especially some books, manuals, specifications have also deeper words or deeper terms, and you have to understand. Okay, like that. So, okay, I forgot my vocabulary time, right? So I'll be able to have also my vlog in vocabulary time. I did it one time, right? It's very enjoyable class or guys, because I'm not really majoring in English. Okay, so my profession is a little bit far engineering than it's English. But since I have strong background in journalism, then I can be able to do that also. Okay, a little bit. Okay. Oh my gosh, wait. I need to finish this coffee first before doing the proper discussion. Wow. Ganon? Yes, ganon. Finish! Oh, diba? Okay. Hello, guys. Okay. Oh, look at my hair. I think I need to cut my hair because it's become lengthy right now. Oh, see? But it still look good, you know. Look good. Appealing. Wow, appealing. Really? Okay, 5S. First S. Okay, the first S or any particular order, huh? So S, so let's say this is sort. Okay, sort is a noun. Okay, sorting is a verb. There's an action in it. When you do sort, then that is sorting. Add ing for that because it's in an action verb. Sorting. Sort is a noun, sorting is a verb. Okay? If you put all nouns in your discussion, then you will put also all nouns here. If you put all verbs, then you put all verbs. Sorting, like the ing form. Okay? Ends with ing, that is an action verb. Okay, in English. Now, sort. The verb is sorting, so we will consider only the noun, right? Sort. Then the equivalent for this is in Japanese language, this is Siri. Okay? Siri. Okay. What do you mean by sort? Okay, in your own interpretation, or you just construe this in another way around, whatever, it just have the same meaning. Okay, when you have to sort, meaning you have to try to segregate something like that, or isolate what's being used, what's being not necessarily to be used, what is necessary and what is really unnecessary. Then if those things not needed in your room, then you have to dispose that because it adds dirty visual impact to your eyes. And not only that, it also produces bad health impact because it really produces a smoke or a smell that is very, very not good to our health in a respiratory lung, something like that. Or it could create or generate a bacteria when you touch those unnecessary things or unnecessary items. Okay? Oh my gosh. It was off, guys. Okay, like that. So that is really...
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Basically, the sorting... Wait.
The Bluetooth device...
Sorry, I have to follow the instruction of a girl. Okay, after that, I will talk. Oh, okay. So it's also low bat. In a way, you can still hear me. My purpose only of having a microphone is to intensify my loudness of my voice. Okay? Even though without microphone, I can still manage, but it's more good to have a microphone. I have to charge this microphone. Okay? Ganyan. Okay, guys. Charot. Chararat. Nakakaloka. Okay. Ganon. Okay. So, basically, when you sort out things, what follows is the isolation or segregation of things. What are necessary, not necessary, usable, not usable, according to its relevance of importance, usage, and application.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Okay? Usage, application, like that, applicability at that point in time. Then, of course, you will not dispose or throw if you still use that thing. Like that. For example, here I have so many scratch papers after my solving of mathematical problems or science problems like that. Then I have to crumple that out and I put that in the trash because I don't need that. Then before doing that, I'll examine the back page because I could still use that one and I segregate. So that is part of recycling or reuse. Okay, now since not all know this, they said recycling and reuse is just the same meaning. Actually, generally the same, but specifically different. What is the difference between recycling and reuse? If you take masterals in environmental science, okay, I taught that in University of San Carlos, Talamban before. I didn't finish. Okay, so there are 4 R's, right? We have reduction of wastes at the source, and then after that, you have to recycle, okay, reuse, and the recovery. You don't have to recover something if you don't have the things to be disposed, something or to be eliminated. in your place or in your workplace, something like that. So it is expected that there are already things, stuffs, or whatever, or materials that you'll be able to dispose so that you can have a recovery. Okay, how can you recover? How can you recover something if nothing? Okay, so like that. So 4R is the technique in environmental science. Then this is the main responsibility of an environmental engineer. Okay, the environmental engineer is focusing to this first. If we talk about the solid waste management system, so this is actually under waste management system because waste management system is composed of solid waste management, liquid waste management, and the gaseous waste management. So to make it general in effect, we just call that as a waste management system, not referring to the phase, PHASE, the phase of matter, solid, liquid, gas. Since we know that the wastes are composed of, could either be liquid, could either be a gas, could either be solid. Actually, it should be separated by phase, PHASE, liquid waste, solid waste, and gaseous waste. Since we cannot do that because some industries, plants, and factories don't have that system in environmental waste management, then all we have to do is sometimes we need to mix that out. But be sure, before mixing, it will not contaminate because some chemicals have a higher reactivity, flammability, explosivity rating. So problem, there will be a fire and explosions if you just mix that immediately without knowing the toxicity or any hazards rating of those substances, something like that. Okay, so that's going to be our waste management. Okay, so waste management system, guys, the 4R is the basic foundation in order to have this waste management. And this is the specific responsibility of an environmental engineer. Now, if the plant and factory has no specific environmental engineer, the safety engineer can act as an environmental engineer, provided that this environmental engineer or the safety engineer, okay, have an adequate knowledge regarding the overall process of this environmental aspects, something like that. Or preferably, he is a chemical engineer. Okay, because we as a chemical engineers, we are known to understand, okay, the behavior, the properties of different substances accumulation all over the world. It's easy for us to understand the flash point, the boiling point, the melting point, the freezing point, the specific gravity, the viscosity, okay, everything, density, the concentration, solubility. We know that technically. So that's why not all, some factories and plants, especially standard or global factories and plants, prefer to hire a registered chemical engineer that would act as a safety engineer in the organization. Okay, just to be honest with you guys, so out of so many people applying for safety engineer, I am the only one who qualified for this position in the Philippines. Okay, so there's a lot who applied also. So I'm not telling it to be arrogant na naman, but because it's reality, okay? So it's gonna be like that. Okay, so after the examination, a lengthy examination, there is a lengthy examination, okay? The interview process, the HR, and the, what's that, production, that's ECE or whatever, I forget his post. He interviewed me a lot, something like that. And the last thing they asked for me is my registered PRC license card. Really? And then at the time, I don't bring my PRC license card. I call my sister, okay, just Xerox, screenshot and put in the messenger, and I will show this to the interviewer right now. So after the interview and examination, they still find the PRC license ID card. Though not all will ask that, I believe, but some will ask that. Okay? Something like, or some would prefer really a chemical engineer to be the safety engineer, especially if the plant and factories undergo several separation processes. Could it be a physical and chemical separation processes? because we are noted to be, we are noted to be expert, a little bit expert to that matter, subject matter. Okay, because we know the behavior, the chemical reaction, physical and chemical properties, chemical changes, physical changes, like that, and we can easily troubleshoot what's happening. Okay, like that. So that's it. Especially in a process engineer side, so they will really hire chemical engineer for that, because your products are related to chemicals. For example, Saudi Aramco, like that, Saudi Kaya, their products are petrochemicals. These are chemicals produced and driven by petroleum. That's why it's called petrochemicals. Petroleum plus chemicals become petroleum because it was shortcut into one term. Actually, there are two terms and there are two terminologies being added together to produce petrochemical. Again, chemicals derived or driven by petroleum or raw materials, petroleum, normally crude oil. Okay, crude oil. Okay, and it will produce a lot of products and a lot of byproducts. Okay, what's good in petroleum? It's the products, the byproducts are still being used and could still gain money when you sell that, especially the asphalt. Asphalt, the black one, asphalting the road. That is only the byproduct of the chemical reaction of the crude oil. After the thermal cracking, the catalytic cracking, burning in a furnace at a very high temperature, then it will produce several products. Okay, I don't have to explain further because that is not our topic. Okay, so going back to the sorting, that's it, right? Number one, sort. Number two, okay, we have sitting in order. Okay. Guys, pasensya na, my explanation is very detailed because there's no time limit. Okay, but if I am in the situation that there's a time limit and I have to narrow down, I have to, I have to compress my discussion into a short time. But this is having no limit, that's why I explain in a detailed fashion. Okay, something like so. Sitting in order. Okay. Guys, setting in order, it's already an action verb because there's an ing. So what is the noun for this? Because we need to parallel the terms that we'll be able to use. If we start from the noun, which is short, then expected to be, your second S will be also a noun. So this is by category, really. But sad to say, some authors of the book and some authors in the training organization, for example, external training centers, they don't try to review this because this is just a job of an editor. Editor, meaning to edit something like that, blah, 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 so and so. And then for them also, English is not as important as the content and the technical, points. We agree to that. But if you try to sell your books or your reference materials globally, then you have to review and proofread that out. The grammar, the spelling, the punctuation mark, the consistency of how you present the contents of your book, reference materials, pamphlets, notes, manuals, or whatever. Something like that, okay? Now, because I have also experienced being one of the editors, as I told you over and over and again, in high school, I am one of the editors in our, journalism department, something like that. In college also, I am also one of the editors of the public school paper, the school public paper of, that technology of the Cebu Institute of Technology. So that's it. It's going to be the process. Review it carefully 2 times, and then proofread is the technical term for that. And then correct the grammar, the spelling, the punctuation, the consistency of the abbreviation, acronyms, and how you present the noun, the verb, the preposition, the pronoun, and everything. Something like that. But there are also organizations in the future that you will be able to work now that doesn't concern for that, and you have to adjust. As long as you have that knowledge in yourself, that you can be able to use that in the future endeavor. Okay? And you can use that personally, such like this. There are some knowledge that I cannot use in my organization right now because the English is not that superior. Okay? To tell you honestly. Okay? The English is not yet superior. The more it is short, the more they will love it because they will understand easily. Because aside from the fact this is another country, they cannot easily very well understand English also. I know that reason. Okay, so you should adjust, right? Of course, we should adjust. But what I mean, if you have superior and enough knowledge in English, then keep it to yourself and you can use it in your future endeavor. You will become a public speaker in the university, mentor to the university. You become a public leader in a government. Then you have always speeches to the people. Then it can be used, your talent. Okay, just for now, hold on, keep that yourself, keep on adding information, and later, who knows, you will be on that particular endeavor. Okay, so do not say, it's not being used. That's wrong mentality. Okay, you should add more like that because you will use that in the future also. Okay, now the moment is not only now. We are looking for the future or the things to come. Okay, so because we don't know what really the world is, we don't know what the world will bring for us after 10 years, after 5 years, what will happen to us, something like that. So it's very, very essential that we have the enough knowledge so that we can use that in our day-to-day life, in our community, and or to different levels of organization, and to our different countries of origin, if we are different nationalities. Okay, something like that. Okay, sitting in order is just the same way. I want it to become one word as a noun. Okay, what is the best word close to setting in order? Okay, what? Okay, setting in order. So this is what we call also as, okay, systematize. Okay, systematize. Okay, systematize. Like this. Okay. Systematize. So what is the equivalent Japanese for this? Okay. For the setting in order. The equivalent Japanese language for this is the siton. Siton. Okay. C. Start with iha. Do not reverse the spelling. It's always E as in eagle first and then followed by I, seton, S-E-I-T-O-N, and Siri also, S-E-I-R-I. So don't forget all the spelling because it's part of the grammar. Okay, like this, so seton. Okay. Now, in my case, I have to use systematize because only one word. But some reference books using also setting in order or set in order. That's okay also. And you were after to the substance of the topic. Okay. But for me, personally, I will use systematize. It's more classy. It's more social. It's more, world class to hear that term, right? Systematize, right? So aside from being one word, then it looks like, oh, that's a classy term, something that's very elegant term compared to set in order, which is common. Though systematize is common, but the effect and the impact of how you pronounce it and how it will sound is very, elegant and classy. Systematize. Oh, di ba? Bongga. So, systematize and sitting in order is just the same. This is also siton. Okay? Now, what is sitting in order? Sitting in order, you have to arrange in sequence. Okay? So that is systematize. For example, you have in the kitchen, so you have for food, you have for the utensils, okay, and you have also for the cleaning. You have to separate for the cleaning, things for the cleaning, arrange it well. Things for the food, ingredients like that, soy sauce, sugar, salt, or vinegar, whatever. Arrange also the kitchenwares like what do you call this one? The ladle. So, the ladle, the spoon, the fork, arranged systematically according to its usage and applicability. So systematize or setting in order. Now, not only that, also in your, closet for your dress, you have also to arrange properly the polo shirt, okay, the t-shirt, your company uniforms, your pants, arrange properly so that when you get that in a day, especially early in the morning before you are going to work, then you can easily pick that out because it was arranged properly and accordingly. So that's really save time in doing that. Now, if you take a look also, if we apply this term in our workplace. So for example, we have the mechanical group or the maintenance group, then they have also to systematize. They will arrange the hand tools, okay, like that. They will arrange the portable power tools that involves cords, plugs, blood sockets, and everything. Because there are also tools that don't involve that. Hammer, spinner, screwdriver, something like that, or anything that doesn't have electrical cord. So that is purely hand tools. And we have also electrical power tools or the portable power tools. That includes the wiring, something like that. So arrange properly so that you can get before starting the job. Could it be a cutting operation? Could it be a welding operation or blah, 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 or anything that you'll be able to do. Or you'll be able to erect a scaffolding structure above 2 meters high. Then you need to arrange very well, systematize, arrange the plugs, arrange the couplers, arrange, and then the spanner must be put into good order so that you can see that easily, and you use that because scaffolders always use the spanner every time when they erect a scaffold structure in higher elevations. Things like that, really. So it's systematized, right? Setting in order. So if you are working inside also your office, then you have to set into order. For example, arrange your papers properly. Papers, empty sheet of papers, band papers, and then there are also papers with have writings in the front, and the pack don't have writings. Then you also use to reuse that later on. Okay, then things like that. Arrange properly, then set that in order. It can save you time when you use that at the moment. So that's the purpose of setting in order and systematize. Not only limited to that, also when you do the report, you should also be systematic. Do the report also in accordance to priority or high importance so that you can easily produce a greater yield or output of your work if you proceed to the prioritization technique. So go there, that's easy to work with, and then after, the most difficult to work with, and then you can save time also in doing that, something like that, okay? So that's also systematized, not only limited to the workplace, okay? Or if we try to put that in our daily life attitude in our room, for example, me, I am a worker, or I am, an engineer, whatever, or how do you call me? So I have also to be systematized. I will arrange my pillow, my blanket, so that I can use that properly, and my things, my pen during my vlogging, live streaming. So I have to arrange properly. So this sitting in or set in order. I don't have to discuss very lengthy because it's very self-explanatory. So even though you hear the word systematic, what comes on your mind is to be systematized, and then you have to set into order of all the things occurring and accumulating into your workplace, in your homes, in the schools, or whatever. You do that setting in order, right? Any questions so far, guys? If you have some questions, if you have some objections, and if you don't agree for some terminologies, and you have to comment down below, and we can explain this one by one in a healthy manner, in a professional manner, and then I have to put an erratum statement in my title or my description in my live streaming and in my vlog, okay, after this, okay, like that. So because we didn't know, I talk something not really correct. Then since again, we are not perfect in this world, there's subject imperfection and nobody is perfect 101%, then you can do that, sir, blah, 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 so and so, and we have to adjust, and I will accept my errors and mistakes, of course, okay? So to be professional, and then you also discover and accept your weaknesses, okay? Because there's no such perfection. Okay, something like that. And you don't have to argue, you don't have to be in trouble, to be bothered with because somebody is trying to criticize what you mentioned for your words. No, it's not. That is a constructive criticism. Unless they put degrading words, a personal attack to your personality, and that is another story. Okay, so that is not good because it's only attacking the personality of the person or the character of one person's ability in conveying the information to anybody else. And that's another story. What I'm trying to say to the specific content of my vlog and live streaming, if there are some inconsistencies and if you don't understand very well, then we can comment down below in the comment section and let's agree and discuss it professionally in a healthy way. Okay, that's very clear. Oh, now, number three. So what's gonna be the number three? Actually, this, as I told you a while ago, this is not in particular order. Okay? Number three, we have the seesaw. Oh, sorry, I go to the Japanese first. First, the English term for this. Shine. Okay? Shine. Okay? Okay, what do you mean by the shine? Charot. Okay? Shine, Jesus, shine. Diba? So, shine. Kasama ni shine. Okay, shine. Shine meaning, if you have a pair of shoes, then if you try to go to your office, then of course, some would have a positive impression on you. Then you have to clean very well your shoes to become shiny every day, daily, daily, attitude. So the concept is just like that. If you are in your room, then you have to go to do shining of your, floor. The shine here is not literal word that it means shine. You have to make it shine to make it hygienically healthy to you or to other people that will go into your room, something like that. So that is shine. Okay, you need to clean very well. You have to sanitize very well so that the smell will be removed. That's part also of shine. Okay, as I told you, not literal, not word for word. Okay, so this is what we call by shine. Okay, you need to clean properly your laptop so that you can easily the screen, the LCD, the liquid crystal display, and the resolution of your laptop will be easy for your eyes, for your visual impact, and for your comfortability and convenient to read the font of that screen inside there. If you go to the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Wikipedia, or anything in the social media, okay, then you can read very well. If that is not clean, the screen, you have to clean. Okay, you can use only the soft, what do you call this one? Soft cloth, or you can use a solvent that is applicable to the cleaning of the screen when you buy that laptop or when you buy that mobile phone. You can also shine the screen of your mobile phone so that you can easily see the screen properly, what's appear in your notification in your FB or in your Twitter, in your YouTube, in your Outlook, in your Google, or something like that, company email ad. If you try to sync your company email ad with the other social media apps, synchronization, right? Okay, there's a situation like that also. I'm not a computer analyst, but you have to synchronize so that you can see your information, your company email ad to the Google network, something like that in the internet world. Okay, so that's basically shine. Then, if you put this term into the in the physical processes, actual physical and chemical separation processes, so still again you have to clean your area from the flammable materials, combustible materials, so that we can prevent the fire hazards from occurring. Okay, like that, and there will be no possible potential explosion because you are dealing with a petrol, you are dealing with a diesel fuel, you are dealing with a fuel waste, you are dealing with a flammable oil, you are dealing with a flammable grease, you are dealing with a flammable whatever so much or solid substances in your particular process area. So it's just like that. Okay? Okay? Cleaning properly, blah blah blah, so and so, sanitize, remove any toxic substances there. So that's basically under shine. Okay? This is not meaning only shine that very good to look because you shine your shoes. It's not only that definition. This is not really that general term. Okay? That's a general term, sorry, but it has many interpretation. It makes sense if you will just construe it very well. Construe meaning you have to interpret that very well. Okay, like that. So deep terms for interpretation. That's construe. Oh my gosh. And you don't have to, and you don't have to decry for this particular discussion. Meaning you don't have to have a strong disagreement for me for doing this discussion. That's decry. Vocabulary time na naman talaga. Okay? Okay. Shine, this is seesaw. Okay. Seesaw is very, very, very easy to remember. Because in our, as Cebuano also, we have the word seesaw. Seesaw meaning like a ting, ting, and the children, just like, what do you call this one? Then I cannot express that in English. That's like a balance in the children's playground. That's a seesaw in Cebuano term. And I don't know what's really the English for that. I forgot. Sorry for that, guys. Okay. That's a seesaw in Cebuano. But Just remember that so that you can easily memorize that shine is equivalent to siso in Japanese language in 5S management. So this is siso, the shine. Okay, number 4. We have 4S now. So we have the last, which is the, wala pa tayo 4, no? So we have the standardization. Okay, standardization. Okay. So what is the Japanese language of standardization? This is sikitso. So in Cebuano term, we have sikit-sikit like that. Especially yung mag-uyab mo or jowa mo. So na sikit-sikit portion galore. Okay, especially the initial point of a romantic relationship, magsikit good mo before mo mag-romance or whatever chuba-chucho. Okay, so that's sikit. So build that into your mind so that you can easily memorize that standardization. You have to say sikit so. Okay, so that you can easily memorize the term sikit so that is referring to standardization. So what I'm trying to imply is to let you think for a Cebuano term so that you can easily memorize so that we can have a quick remember of our term. So this is sikitso. Sikitso. Okay, the spelling is just the same. Okay, and then we have the C-S-E-I. S-E-I, always. Remember that, put that in your brain cells, that it will always start with C. Right? Siri. Okay, siso. Situn. O, gano'n. Siri. Okay? Situn, siso, sikitso. Ganon. So that is standardization. So standardization now is another story because you need to apply that to the standards or the procedures relating to the different safety rules and regulations mandated by the OSH, International OSHA standards. Okay, then you have to segregate according to the level of the standardization. You have to standardize. Okay, according to the standards. For example, you have a material for, let us say, NFPA materials for firefighting equipment, right? The National Fire Protection Association materials, for example, the fire hose. Then you have to arrange according to its standards like that this is really standard. You do not mix that to the substandard thing or other things also. That's what we mean by standardization. Okay, according to use again, according to the applicability and according to the utilization so that it's easy for you to use and then you can save your time. But what is being trying to emphasize here is according to the standards. Okay, the standards in safety or OSH or whatever, or could it be referring to the quality of that material, quality standards, then it's also pasok sa banga kasi we're referring to standards. Not only referring to safety, but also to quality standards, okay, environmental standards, as long as it is standardized. Something like according to the environment, to the quality, and to the safety, not limiting only to safety. Okay, so that is standardization. Okay, you get the point. So you will base your arrangement or setting in order to that particular word with standards. Okay, you know what I mean. Okay, so that is standardization. And the last will be the sustainability or sustaining. Okay, since we are using noun, actually we will not use sustaining here. We will use sustainability. Let's agree of how we present our discussion. We start with the short noun. Okay, systematize is noun. Okay, like that. Okay, shine is noun. Standardize like this. Okay, standardization is noun. Then that is sustainability also is noun. Do not use sustaining because sustaining is a verb. Okay, though it has the same meaning, but use sustainability, meaning the ability of a certain products that will last longer for a period of time. That is sustainability. For example, in order for our environment sustainability, we should take care of our environment to follow the protocol of good waste management. We will segregate our waste before throwing that to the designated area so that as a part of nurturing and caring our environment for a sustainable environment to decrease and eliminate the hazardous airborne contaminants and pollutants in the atmosphere, and so that our younger generations will survive. and I thank you. Ganon ang sustainability. The ability or the quality or a character to a particular substance or product that will last longer for a period of time. So it talks about the time, the period, how it's sustained for a longer period. For example, I will buy a new laptop. Okay, and I will buy a new mobile phone. So I will check also the sustainability factor. Would it last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Especially if the brand is noted to be last longer. Like for me, I always buy Sony because it will last longer. My laptop is still 2007. No, 2000. Yes, 2007 until now it's still alive. So it's still 14 years. That Sony Vaio laptop. So it is really, 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 really agreed. And it is very, very expected that Sony product will last longer. Now, it depends on how you use it. If you take care or not. But assuming that every persons or users or end users who bought that products are really doing that caring and maintenance, because what's the purpose of buying that product if you don't care? So you should care. So assuming that we have care and maintenance of our products, it will last longer for a longer period of time based on the brand we are patronizing, because we are loyal to the particular brand, because it is expected that it is really a genuine product that lasts longer. Okay, very durable. So something like that. So that is sustainability in terms of your gadget, not only for the laptop, for your mobiles or for any appliance, your refrigerator, whatever. So that is sustainability. And then if you talk about in the process or in the physical chemical separation processes in the plant or factories, so what we are referring to, how sustainable your process really is. Okay, for example, if you are using process A, process B, process D, process D, which among those processes are effective so that it will last longer? So you have different options. Process A is not good, the raw materials are very high. Okay, process B is not good because it will take a longer time to produce the products. Process C, oh my gosh, the product will be produced is low quality. Process C, oh my God, so the operating conditions to be maintained are very complex. It's very difficult to maintain the temperature, the pressure, like that, and everything, the operating conditions. So I would rather choose process A that will be applicable in our factory, in our plant. It's gonna be like that. So you are not choosing the correct process in terms of your factors to be considered. Something like that. So you are meeting the sustainability factor, how your process sustained for a longer period of time, and I thank you. Something like that. So that is sustainability. Not only limited to the process, a lot. Okay, when you buy our products, okay, especially for your relationship, if you have jowa, boyfriend, girlfriend, then you have to troubleshoot your sustainability also. Will your relationship will last for 10 years? Will your relationship will last for 5 years? Something like this is part of sustainability, right? Okay, you need to do that as part of the 5S. So anything in 5S, you can survive in this contemporary world because that is those those 5S are very, very important. So this is sustainability, or the equivalent Japanese language for this is the only Japanese language apart from the four that it's not starting in SEI. This is shet. Just remember that. When you say, shet, bayanin mo, oy, katsalbahay sad mo. So, mauna imong identification sa sustainability. So, shet. So, shet. Okay. Shet. Shet keso. Okay. Shet keso. Ganan. Shiketsu, okay? Shiketsu, okay? Shiketsu. Shiketsu, ganon. Okay, wala siya ang Japanese language. Okay, dahil na to ang standardization kay Shiketsu, Shiketsu. Okay? Okay, and then those are the 5 Japanese language with equivalent English and the definitions of that 5S management. Now guys, if you know this 5S management, as we all know technically in OSH, that cleanliness and tidiness of any plants and factories reduces 80% of the visual hazards that will be happening in your organization, in your workplace. So it will help prevent potential incidents, accidents, and MSS if you just follow the 5S management. Everything is in order, organized, systematized, something like that. So there will be a lot of hazards in your particular area, or there will be no high risk that much in your workplace. Okay, if you follow the 5S management, actually you should use this first before anything else. So they're going to the most difficult topic or system in OSH is risk assessment analysis, GHA, ganun siya, or safety procedure. Dapat first do the 5S management procedure above all things because this will be used also in your risk assessment, job hazards analysis, job safety analysis, or in your, what we call this one? HAZOP, Hazards Operability Study, okay, to the process, okay, and then we have also the procedure. Anything start with really, even though our life starts with 5S, so we cannot breathe properly, we cannot work properly if we don't arrange our things better when we wake up in the morning, okay, when we go to the work. So we should properly arrange and everything will be set into good order, okay, arrange properly so that we can work like this. We will wash our dishes like this, and you will plan your activities, what the next activities do. It's part also of 5S class, what I'm doing here. Okay, before vlogging, I plan also what to do, blah, 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 so and so. Though I did not prepare what are the contents of my discussion because it's on the spot. Okay, but at least I have the title already. For example, 5S, then I will be the one to remember the contents based on my stock knowledge and required knowledge for that particular topic in OSH because I've been working for OSH for a lot of years or for a couple of years. So it's not new for me na talaga siya. So I can really discuss, shall I say, in a proper way of discussing this particular topic, 5S management. Any questions so far, guys? I think you could not relate because this is more on the OSH. Okay? Any questions so far? If you have questions, then comment down below in the comment section. And if you are not subscribing yet my YT channel, then you can subscribe if you want. And click the notification bell for some newest updates of Managemet Singer. It's gonna be occupational safety, health, science, mathematics, personal vlogs, and kantahan movement. Singing galore, okay? Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. God bless everybody. See you later for another live streams and vlogs. This is again, I'm a singer, eternal voice. Mabuhay ang Pilipino.